If, like me, you've been waiting for Microsoft to update the Surface Book before you picked one up, you are in luck, or at least I'm in luck. Visually, these guys look exactly the same as the last gen, meaning they've got that same kind of cool hinge that rolls out, the same gap that's going to let dust and dirt get on that screen. But it does look really solid, and I like the look of last gen, so I don't mind it sticking around for a little bit longer. There's a lot of new things here as well. i7 processors, of course, on board. In fact, the new Surface Book is called the Surface Book i7. And also, it might be called the Surface Book i7 with performance base. Doesn't seem like Microsoft's own website is really sure about that. But the performance base does add a lot of things in it. So on the meh side, 6th gen Intel Core i7. So no Kaby Lake here, perhaps next year. We now know what GPU is going to be in there, which is going to be nice. So if you get any of the new Surface Book i7s, they're going to have the dedicated GPU. Remember last gen, Microsoft just didn't tell you what kind of GPU was in there. What we did know, though, was it had 1 gig of RAM. Now we've got 2 gigs of dedicated RAM for that GPU, and it is the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 965M. For meh. I know a lot of you are hoping for a 10 series in there, but that is not the case. On the plus side, though, Microsoft has said you can get up to 16 hours of battery life, and you should get double the graphics prowess of the last gen, so that's a lot of extra performance. The same beautiful screen is there, 13.5-inch pixel sense display. It's a 3000 by 2000 resolution with 267 ppi. The same 3.2 aspect ratio is here, so when you hold it in portrait, it's going to look like a sheet of paper, and actually looks really nice when you take it out of the dock and use it. And again, Surface Book highlights, you can take off that screen, use it as a tablet, flip it around, or do whatever you'd like with it. And if you're thinking maybe you just want to pick up a performance base and drop in the screen from your last gen Surface Book, you are out of luck. Microsoft is not going to sell it that way. And much like me, a year later, this gen Surface Book is just a tad bit heavier and a tad bit thicker. And if you want to play a game of Guess the Generation of Surface Book, the new one, the keyboard's a little bit set down farther than the last gen. But other than that, they look almost identical. Going to be shipping in early November. Pre-orders are available. It is not cheap, starting at $23.99 and going all the way up to $32.99 for an i7 with 16 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte of SSD action. I'm excited to test it. Anything you guys want to know about the Surface Book, let us know down below, and we'll make sure we cover it when we do our review. But I can't wait to get my hands on it and put it through its paces. Till next time, I'm John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo.